Hey guys! So, as you should know by now, I don't use any mods on the channel, and what I have to show you today is going to blow your mind. Wait, hang on a second. It's a little dark over here. Let me just move this self-powered street light a little closer. And you know what? I'm feeling a little unsafe. So let me just move this self-powered missile turret a little closer too. And lastly, let's go ahead and get rid of the rain. Ah, that's better. Now, where was I? What's up, class? My name is Paul, and welcome to the Skooled Zone. If you're new to the channel, I run a really fun Fallout 4 settlement building series on the channel called the No Mod Shop Class. So, if you aren't already subscribed, take a moment and hit that subscribe button and push us over that 100K threshold. So, what I'm going to show you in today's lesson is going to revolutionize settlement building. So, I'm calling it the Big Summer Madness video. Now, one of the advantages of being an established Fallout 4 builder on YouTube is that viewers will sometimes email me with ideas I should make into videos. I get a lot of them actually, and I have to sift through them to make sure they work and see if they're worthy of a video. Unfortunately, a lot of them have been used by other builders, and I try to always be as original as I can on the channel. You know, I never want to intentionally step on anyone else's toes. But every once in a while, I get an absolute gem of an idea that's submitted to me that's never been done on YouTube before. A viewer named James recently emailed me with a way he discovered to make wireless switches. So I tested out his idea, and remarkably, it worked. Then I expanded on his idea tenfold to figure out a myriad of amazing things that can be done with it. So what I'm going to do first is show you what he explained to me in the email. It's truly a miraculous discovery. Then I'll show you some stunning practical applications that can be done with it. So let's head inside and start with a generator. Actually, I've got my generator over here in this building, hidden away, so we can just reuse that one. Just grab it and pull it over here into the light. Okay, so I'm going to plop the generator down there, and then what I'm going to do is go into structures, grab a concrete pillar, just to give us a little perspective here. You'll see why in a moment. And then I'm going to grab let's use one of these smaller ones because they're nicer. And I'm gonna just attach this to the pillar, and then let's grab a switch. Okay, I'm gonna attach the conduit to the generator. I'm gonna wire glitch. There we go. And I'm gonna pass the wire glitch through the wire to the switch. All right, then I'm going to immediately drop down and reselect the conduit, deselect, and then I'm going to store the wire. Okay, and at this point, we've got a powered switch. All right, so I'm going to set this right here, and now we can just store the concrete wall. And the power is still on. So let's head over here. You know what's cool about this too is that not only is it a switch, but it's acting like its own conduit. All right, so I'm gonna, here, I'll tell you what, I'll put it on the inside of the wall there. And then let's get out a light. A little porch light. Bingo. Now check this out. Isn't that badass? Okay, that's just stunning to me. So that's where the idea James sent me left off, and here's what I've discovered since. But first, before I move on, I just want to emphasize what an amazing discovery this was, James, and send you a tremendous thanks for your spark of an idea, pun intended. It's just incredible. Now, don't worry if I went too fast and you didn't catch how I did that. I'm going to show you some more examples here, and then stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to talk about the mechanics of why I think this works later in the video. But first, I want to show you some even more cool things you can do with this technique, all right? So the more I played around with this idea, the more things I discovered can be done with it. First of all, it's not limited to switches. It can be applied to any settlement object that requires a plug or power line. As you saw in the intro, you can use it to make wireless street lights, wireless turrets, but you can use it for other types of lights as well. All right, so let's reconstruct our little technique here. In this case, I'll go ahead and use one of these construction lights to show you that the pillar is not part of the technique. All right, wire glitch, wire glitch. That is so awesome. Okay, now don't forget this part. Deselect and store. And now we can take this construction light and put it wherever we want. No freaking wires. Okay, that looks weird. All right. And then here's my favorite of the bunch. All right, check this out. Yes, indeed, folks. You can do it to cyclic lights. I'm so excited about this. Let's put this one over here. Come on. It's a little finicky. All right. How about we put it... It doesn't want to stick to these rafters for some reason. So let's put it right there. All right, and then from here, you can manually change it to whatever you want. Is that not incredible? Oh my God, I'm just so excited about this. Okay, and then the other cool thing about this is that it doesn't have to be used for lights, just lights and switches either. You can use it for things like computer terminals. The only trick about this is that you're going to need an angle for it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I can prop the terminal up on this thing. I don't know if I can or not. No, I can't. It's got to be a floor. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get out a little floor. Or a big floor. All right, let's see if I can put a computer terminal on top of this thing. There we go. All right, so here we go. Nope, attach wire. And as you can see, it is powered now. So we can set this, you know, wherever. So awesome. And then you saw me do it with the firework mortar right here. The only thing extra that I did was I pillar glitched it onto a delayed off switch, and then you can just connect the delayed on switch to the firework mortar. So it looks like a little, you know, it looks like a standing bottle rocket, you know, which is kind of is. It's pretty cool. Okay, and then for the last trick I'm going to show you of the day, and then we'll go into some of the more mechanics of it, is something I haven't tested yet, but in theory it should work. Okay, and that is a powered door. In fact, we don't even need a pillar in this case. I'm going to put power conduit here. I'm going to put the switch on the wall. Okay, and then let's get out a powered door. Yeah, we'll just set it right here. And then go grab this switch. Place it right there. And then we should just be able to attach it right through here. Let's try that again. Had it. Got it. Perfect. Okay. Now we've got a portable powered door. Let's go do something creative with this. How about... Let's see here. Maybe I should do it. Yeah, let's do it down here. I'll just install it right here. Oh, looks like we're going to need my stairs technique. So let me grab some of these non-snapping stairs. Should do it. Let's see. Perfect. Yes. Actually, you know what? Let's try to sink that down on the ground. There we go. Oh, it won't let me sink it down any farther. But that's cool. Let's see if we can try to get it in there. All right. Hey, you know, for something I just improv'd on the spot, that's not too bad. Why not? Why not? All right, so let's head back in here and let's discuss a little bit why I think this is working the way it is. Okay, so as far as how I think this works, this is just my theory, but I think what's happening here is that you're doubling up on the wire glitch. As you initiate the first true wire glitch, you're also passing it through a second wire glitch focal point. So, you know, maybe a good name for this technique should be the double wire glitch. All right, so let me just show you exactly, again, what is happening here. I'm going to put that switch on the wall. Or, you know, we don't even have to use that. Let's use a stand-up switch. Like this. Yep. Okay. So, you know, we want the power conduit low so that we have that angle. Whoop. There we go. We just want it low to the ground, and we want the generator high. It doesn't even have to be this fusion generator. It can be a regular generator. You're just going to have to prop it up in the air so that you can do the wire glitch, which is crossing over the focal point for the wire to the object that's powered itself. See, that won't work. But if I slide it over and get the focal point back on the wire, there, like that, now it'll work. All right, now pressing Y for the wire. Even though you don't see it as an option, you hear that spark. This is all from my original wire glitch video, which I'll link down below. And then you're again passing the focal point through the wire, in this case a little hard to see, to the secondary object. All right, it attaches, but you're going to want to immediately reselect that power conduit to take the focus back off of it again, okay? Then you can just deselect and store the wire. And you can also store the power conduit as well. The only thing you can't store is the source of the power, which in this case is the fusion generator, okay? Now, the cool thing is that once I do all this, I can move this generator wherever I want. So I can pass it back over into this warehouse where I originally had it, you know, into the corner, or I can even sink it into the ground like I often do, you know. So as you can see, you know, all these things are still powered. It's incredible. Now I've got a wireless switch I can take somewhere and do something cool with. So it just blows my mind. It's one of the most incredible discoveries in a long time. So I'm just flabbergasted. I'm as flabbergasted as you guys are, and I've been doing it, all week. So we can definitely add this to the other three from my original wire glitch video, the rug wire glitch, the sine wire glitch, and the true wire glitch. And now the double wire glitch, which in essence is creating self-powered objects. I mean, I really don't know how that switch is acting as its own conduit. Oh, and by the way, you can also do this with conduits. So if you have a bunch of lights that don't require power, but they just need power radiation from a conduit, then just do the same thing, power a conduit, slap it on the back of a house where no one's going to see it. Now your entire house is wirelessly powered up. So anyway, I have no doubt that you guys might even be able to come up with more ideas now that you know about it. So feel free to share your new discoveries down in the After School Club below. And if you want a special shout out in a video for your idea like James, email me privately from my website and let's test it out together. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and share the video around, because I know the whole no-mod community is going to be able to benefit from this. And stick around for more awesome videos in the days ahead. All right, guys, happy building and class dismissed.